Hi friends, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a brand new video. So today I bring you a full face of nothing new, and we're also going to shop my stash. So we're going to go through my drawers, pick out some makeup. I mainly try to focus today's video on makeup that I have not used in quite some time, just to show it a little bit of love, try it out again and see if these are products that I still love. If not, then it is what it is. I hope you guys enjoy this type of content. With that said, grab your cafecito and let's jump right into today's shop my stash slash get ready with it. A basket. We're gonna start off in this area, which is where I keep most of like my everyday makeup. So in my drawer for my primer, I am gonna stick with what I've been using, which is my One Size Oil Sucker Primer. This is the one that just has really, you know, been working for me. So of course we're gonna use the primer. After primer, of course, we need a little bit of foundation. Look at how dirty my carpet is. I think I'm gonna get me like a cute carpet to put underneath to kind of save my carpet because it's getting pretty bad. Anyways, for foundation, I think I'm gonna go with my Frankie Rose foundation. I haven't used this in quite some time. Oatmeal blend. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with this one just because I really like how that primer pairs with a matte foundation. So I'm gonna do, should I do that one? Or should I do my MAC Studio? I think I'm gonna do this one. I really like this one. So primer, foundation, we're gonna move on to concealers. So my concealers are right here, and I am gonna reach for something that I haven't used in quite some time. You know what? I haven't used this in quite some time. The Fenty Beauty concealer. This one I haven't used in a long time. And my Makeup by Mario, I haven't used this one in a long time. But I'm kind of leaning towards the Fenty Beauty because I think this is like a hydrating concealer. Yep. So I'm going to go with this one. Moving back over here, my powders. I'm going to switch up my powder today because I've been using my One Size Beauty powders. And we definitely need to try something new. So how about we go, let's go with this one, the Nana powder. This one is a really good affordable powder. So here we have primer, foundation, concealer, setting powder. Let's go to the bronzer. So I keep most of my cream bronzers in here, and again I'm gonna go for something that I don't use that often. And I was just remembering, I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't used my NARS Laguna bronzer in probably since I bought it, honestly. It's just one of those products that I don't really like, but I'm going to use it anyways. So I got the bronzer, and then all my blushes are on, most of my blushes are down here. So I have some in here and then some here. I think for today, I'm going for kind of like a green look. So for green, I feel like the cheeks should be a little bit on the softer pinky side. So let's go with these. These are kind of new. Angel Face from Colourpop. These are the weightless liquid blushes. I'm going to grab this one. I think I'm going to go with, let's go with this one. I haven't used this one in quite some time. Highlighter. For my setting spray, I want to go with, let's go with, which one should I use? I've been really into this one, but let's reach for something new. This one I've been using a lot, and I haven't used it on camera, but look at how nasty it gets. It gets really clogged too, but I like how it sets the skin. So this is the Milk Makeup Pore Eclipse Matte Setting Spray. And then we need, of course, our eyeshadow palette. Okay, so after many palettes, going through them, I have landed on these two since I haven't touched these since I practically bought them. Both of these are the Mikayla Glam Lite palette. I am going for a green look, so these I think are going to be absolutely perfect. So I got my palettes, I got my makeup. I will decide on my lipstick towards the end, so let's go get glammed. I'm going to start off with the eyes because usually I will have some fallout, and of course we don't want to ruin the makeup. So we're going to apply our concealer. This is the One Size Medium 4NG concealer. And I'm just going to use my little esponjita here to tap that in. I go back and forth between using a concealer and then actually using like an eyeshadow primer. I don't know. I personally feel like they both work the same. Could I be wrong? Absolutely. But does it work for me? Absolutely. I am going to go in with the first palette that she came out with, and I am taking this color right here. It's a really pretty soft transitional green. It is called Loop, and I am more than likely going to use that shade right there, just as an FYI. I have my brushes ready. I also have my Color Switch by Veramona, which I haven't used in quite some time. But I'm excited because I haven't done an actual colorful look in quite some time. I am going for a halo eye today. I saw a picture of a look that I did a few years ago where I had like a halo eye. This was maybe like 4 years ago or something like that, 4 or 5 years ago. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is such a beautiful look. I definitely need to recreate it. And so here we are. I like to start off in the center of my crease just because I feel like I can kind of like guide myself better. I'm switching to this other palette and taking the shade Brow, which is a very common face that I hear with my teen. Literally, she calls me bro. She's like, bro. I'm like, I am not your bro, first of all. I am your mother. I'm using this little fluffy brush that is tiny so I can make sure that it stays right here in the eye socket, and just doing like back and forth little windshield wiper motions. You guys know how to do this. You got this. To deepen up the crease, I'm just going to mix a little bit of the black with a little bit of the shade at the comments, even though this is leaning a little more like turquoise, but I still want that like deep outer V. Actually, I'm going to start with just the shade, the comments, and we'll go from there using a small little brush like this. I have a feeling this is going to be a little too turquoise. It might look fine because we have the green, but we shall see. Ooh, okay, that actually looks really good. It is going to lean a little more blue now that I see it. Okay, we're just going to have to roll with the punches. And this one is literally just going on the outer V right here, leaving a little bit of that space and bringing it in here as well. I'm going to take my little glitter glue from none other than NYX. I'm going to tap it in the center. I think I'm going to go in with the shade Stunnin'. I went to my lash drawer, and these are the lashes that kind of stood out to me. So the first pair is the Kiss lashes in the style Chiffon. These are really pretty, a little like wispy, but a little dramatic. And then these are called Vibin from the Rebel collection. These are a little more natural. Which ones would you pick? Let me know in the comment section which ones you would pick. I feel like I'm going to go with these. What do you think? I ended up going with the other lashes because the lashes I was going to use, they were just a little too natural, and I feel like this look calls for something like a little extra. Not too much, but just enough, so I went with Chiffon from Kiss. Kiss, I think, makes some of my favorite lashes. Let's move on to the face. So if you guys can see how my skin is looking, it's very minimal, very cute, very demure. That has been all over my For You page, and that's all I've been saying all day. But I just quickly wanted to shout out the Embryolisse multifunctioning lotion, cream, whatever. This is amazing for your makeup as a pre-base makeup product. It's super moisturizing. It's a little bit on the thicker side, but not to the point where it's going to clog your pores if you have oily skin. And like I mentioned earlier, if you are trying to get this specific product to work for you, you have to have your skin really moisturized, because otherwise it is not gonna look cute. So I'm gonna go ahead and shake this, and then look, see how there's like so much powder, because it's alkaline, and that's what it is. So I'm gonna take a little bit here, a little bit here. That way I can just like spread it on, or outwards I should say. This dries really fast, so just make sure you work with it very quickly. And as I'm letting it dry, I try not to like move my face, do anything, because you're not supposed to like touch it after that. I'm going to take a little bit more and then apply it to the center of my face. I'm going to take my Frankie Rose Cosmetics foundation, and I'm going to use my sponge today just because I'm in the mood for that. So I figured, since I am an audiobook girly now, let me start on another one. I met up with one of my good friends. Her name is Jen. On Monday, we took the kids to this place here in the Woodlands. It's called Cheeky Monkeys, and it's an indoor play area for mainly toddlers. And oh my gosh, if you guys are like local here in Houston, in the Woodlands, the Woodlands I should say, take your little ones to Cheeky Monkeys. They are going to love it. They have so many fun things for them to do. Like Lincoln had a blast. But yeah, we took him to Cheeky Monkeys, and she was telling me, because she's a huge bookworm, and she was sharing with me her favorite books, and she was telling me an audiobook that she listened to called Missing Woman, and she was saying that it's pretty much about crime and that genre, and I was like, girl, sign me up. I love me true crime, and that is the book that I'm listening to right now. So if you guys want to read it with me, and then if you guys want to check in and we can talk about the book, something like that, that would be so much fun. But yeah, I just started reading it today, August 21st. So it's not too late to catch up if you guys want to jump on the bandwagon and read it with me. Again, it's called Missing Woman. Let's move on to the bronzer. So we picked out the Laguna bronzer from from NARS. This is the number 2. I don't like this bronzer. I don't know if it's the undertones or what, pero no me gusta, which is why I don't reach for it. I'm going to use this little kabuki brush. I've been obsessed with this whole brush set ever since I bought it. This is all I've been using. But I'm going to go, I think it's because it's a little cool. Do you guys see that? Like, what? I don't know. It's just not my favorite bronzer, but I wanted to give it a try before I probably pass it down to like my sister or something, because I just don't like it. Like, no me gusta el color. I like my bronzers to be a little warmer. And I mean, it is a bronzing cream. It is not a contouring cream. So I don't know. It's definitely not my favorite. I think this might have been one of the first cream bronzers that I ever really bought. So I don't know. What do you guys think? How does it look on me? I feel like no me gusta. I can't get into it. It is really good for the jawline, but I'm not going to keep it just for that. Angel Face from Colourpop. I just feel like pink and green go very well together. So I'm going to go ahead and take that. These are not very pigmented, so I am going to be a little bit more heavy-handed, or at least I don't remember them being pigmented. We picked up the Fenty Beauty Concealer, the We Are Even, in the shade 260 Neutral. Such a good product. And I am going to use a heavy hand just because, why not? So again, just going in with my sponge and tapping it right here. Make sure it's all blended. Then I'm going to go in with my powder. This is from Metamorphosis BF. Taking the highlighter. I like to mix them both because this one is a little more glittery and then this one is a little more like baked, like a baked formula. And they both look really pretty. Very demure, very mindful, very cutesy. Have you guys seen that video? Like, if you are a psychopath like me and you spend your time on TikTok like me, you have to have heard this sound by now. Like, who hasn't? It's literally all over my For You page, and I'm here for it. Let's finish off the lips. I'm going to go with a warm lip liner, so I'm going to use BFF3 from Colourpop. I'm going to try this lipstick from e.l.f. and Mikayla. I ordered it because I thought I was going to like it. I have tried it one other time and I just am not personally a fan. Like, I should have known better, duh. Like, she is like pale white and I am dark as can be. So this is an extremely like pale nude. If you are really light, this is going to look pretty on you. But see how it looks on me. See, it's, the undertone is like too pink. But I think I can make it work. I'm just going to layer it on the center of my lips. I'm going to add a little bit of Kiro from NYX. This is a little like a warmer beige. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, much better. So if you have it and you can't get it to work and you're my skin color, try it with this or anything that's going to warm it up a little bit, just because this lipstick on its own is pretty cool tone. So let's go ahead and set the skin. I am going to use my Milk Makeup. What is this called? The Pore Eclipse Matte Setting Spray. It's a really good spray, but I hope that they fix like the actual packaging, porque it leaks. The buildup here gets really gunky and nasty. And that, my friends, is the end of today's Shop My Stash video. A full face of nothing new. I am obsessed with this eye look. It's nothing new that I've done. I've done this a few times on my channel. What can you expect? I've been on YouTube for many years, okay? I love the skin. I love the eyes. I'm telling you guys, please give this primer a try if you haven't tried it. And if you have questions, reach out to me on Instagram. I will try my best to answer you. But I promise you, if you are oily skin and you have a hard time wearing any foundations because of how greasy you get, I'm a victim of it, this will solve your problems. Look at my skin. So there you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for Thank you so much for getting ready with me while I shopped my stash using nothing new, but I loved the outcome. So thank you for being here. I love you. Stay safe, and until next time, I will see you guys in my next video.